Hi there, my name is Marta Casadassus. I am project manager in AEI Textiles, located near Barcelona. AEI Textiles is a cluster with a non-profit association structure formed by Catalan companies in the advanced textile materials value chain and other innovation support organizations. Its main objectives are to promote research and development and investigation, mainly in cooperation. To promote, at all levels, cooperation within the Catalan advanced textile materials sector, and to promote the cluster and its members at the international level. For the CleanText course, we have prepared the third part of Unit 2, Eco-Design for Circular Economy, which is Module 2.3, Case Studies. If you are ready, then we can start by revising today's content. In Unit 2.3 Case Studies, we are going to show you some case studies related to eco-design for circular economy. We have divided the content into product cases, process cases, service cases, and conclusions. In this unit, we are going to explain some successful industrial cases that, from different perspectives, focus on the same objective, eco-design. We are going to mention the case and analyze the methodologies and tools used to develop them. And why this will be useful? Well, those real cases are replicable, which means that its methodology can be used in similar cases. A deep knowledge of each example will allow us to adapt it to the context in future occasions to obtain equally satisfactory results. The classification mentioned above responds to different stages of the life cycle of a product in which we can intervene in order to improve this product in terms of its environmental characteristics. When we speak about product cases, we are referring to the cases that use specific methodology to improve a real product that a company produces. Process cases are the ones that use the methodology to environmentally improve the process itself, changing it and avoiding polluting inputs and outputs. Finally, service cases refer to the stage when the product is being used. We act here and we reduce those inputs and outputs that can be harmful for the environment. Now you have a clear idea of the content of the module. Let's see the cases in detail then. The first product case we are going to explain is related to the DESTEX project. Why? DESTEX project uses hackathons as a tool to achieve its objectives. Just to put you into context, let's briefly explain the objectives of this project. DESTEX aims to support higher education students to acquire skills in interdisciplinary innovation based on creative and industrial design applied to the textile sector, more specifically to the advanced textiles material sector. This project develops innovative training tools targeted to higher education students. In order to foster innovation within the emerging sector of advanced textile materials, higher education programs need to uptake and reinforce creativity and design aspects into the textile engineering programs. DESTEX aims to foster student cooperation in a multidisciplinary approach in work-based projects, and also it is designed to provide knowledge, skills, and competences using virtual collaboration tools. So, here we are willing to find creative solutions to real problems the industry has. In this context, hackathons proved to be an effective tool. Let me explain a little bit. First of all, which is our problem? Well, we invite a company in the advanced textile sector to expose a real problem related to sustainability. For example, the production of textile scraps from the manufacturing process that nowadays go to landfill. They are looking for a sustainable solution involving circular economy, etc. In this case, hackathons fit the expectations of the company because they will give them different solutions and they will only have to pick up one and implement it. A hackathon, originally, is defined as an event in which a large number of people meet to engage in collaborative computer programming. Nowadays, are used as a tool to boost general innovation and defined as a participatory innovation method, aiming also to create an environmental where it is possible not only to innovate with hard work, but also to meet new persons, discover new things, and why not, have fun. For this case, we have the company, the real case, and the students, divided in groups. Each group of students develop a solution during a specific period of time, for example, 24 hours non-stop. Once the period finishes, the group explains the solution that come up with, and the company evaluates the proposals according to a pre-established criterion. Which are the learnings of this case? Let's see some positive aspects of it. The company has more than one solution to choose depending on the groups participating, one solution per group. Ideas out of the box. The company gets new, fresh ideas they possibly have not thought about before. Traditionally, hackathons are an in-person event, but DESTEX proved that they can be done also online. So we don't have to worry about the current circumstances. Also, an online hackathon allows people from different parts of the world to meet. Now, let's see another example of product cases. The project we are going to analyze now is called EcoDistex. In this case, we use workshops to achieve our objectives. Let me explain better. EcoDistex promotes the incorporation of environmental criteria in the phases of design, production, distribution, use, and final treatment of textile products for technical use in order to prevent or demand the environmental impact through its life cycle. These goals will drive the transition from a linear economy to a circular economy, considering the incorporation of environmental criteria in the textile products through their life cycle. EcoDistex project aims to provide eco-design knowledge to the textile industry, supporting companies applying environmental criteria to products by, first of all, identifying their needs and requirements, later organizing an eco-design workshop, and finally, eco-designing 3 textile products. Which is the problem targeted in EcoDistex project? Well, it's simple. Companies that participate in the project are concerned about the end of life of their products, and they want to improve this characteristic through eco-design. The workshops prove to be a good methodology in this case because companies can get knowledge that later will be transformed into new ideas. How we proceed? Once the needs of the companies are targeted, this would be done in a first stage of the project. A workshop for all the participant companies is held. This allows the creation of training tools and also to give individual support for companies who require it. The workshop introduces eco-design to companies in the technical textile cluster. This activity must be dynamic and participatory so that attendees can identify potential improvements to their products. After the workshop and in the project frame, eco-design has been applied to 3 companies in the technical textile sector with different activities: spinning, weaving, and finishing. In the eco-design process, the product was selected, an environmental analysis of the current product was performed, and proposals for improvement were determined to reduce its potential associated impact. As a result of 3 eco-design products were obtained with a value chain of the sector. Eco-design proposals were evaluated at a technical, economic, and environmental level to ensure their viability and reduction of environmental impacts. Using this methodology, the companies were able to clearly understand the eco-design concept and have examples of practical cases. They not only knew the theory, because they could also identify possible improvements in their own production process. With an associated study to confirm its viability, companies can transform the knowledge received to new products, processes that are beneficial to the environment. Now that we know the case of the EcoDistex project and the methodology used on it, we can do some considerations. The acquired knowledge allows to be able to think about multiple solutions, since eco-design is applicable to the whole value chain. Through the workshops, we have personalized support focused on the specific problem of each company. The workshop allows the companies to share information between them, which wouldn't happen in another environment. Here, everyone learns from everyone. Let's speak now about the processes cases, analyzing again 2 projects that serve as an example. First of all, I present you the case of LifeFlarex and MidWorldLife. We are going to explain these projects together because they have a similar approach. Both projects study how to mitigate the environmental, health, and safety impacts caused by a specific group of chemicals. LifeFlarex studies how to mitigate the environmental impact caused by current flame retardants used in the textile finishing industry for contract applications by analyzing and demonstrating their non-toxic alternatives. In a similar way, MidWorldLife studies how to mitigate the environmental impact caused by current durable water and oil repellents based on a long-chain fluorocarbons used in the textile finishing industry by analyzing their non-toxic alternatives. So, both projects study possible alternatives to mentioned products by analyzing their environmental impact and technical performance in order to assist manufacturers on the best available technologies to provide flame retardant and liquid repellents on textiles. First of all, the partners of the project identified and selected the different textile materials and finishing technologies and products to be employed for the following actions. A survey directed to textile companies was sent to identify current use of flame retardant products, composition and quantity, and experiences with other technologies. In the following action, partners did a pre-screening of the technical performance and environmental impact of the selected products and their alternatives. The pre-screening took place using available information from the products, databases or provided by manufacturers, but also bibliography and by collecting the information provided by the cluster members as well. Then, once real cases and bibliographic information are gathered, the demonstration starts. Trials at pre-industrial and at industrial scale were performed. The harmful products and their non-toxic alternatives selected and studied in the preparatory actions were employed to perform these activities. Also, standards to be tested on the treated fabrics are selected. The next phase consists of the study of the risk assessment and environmental impact of the chemical products currently used and their alternatives. In this step, other tests can be done if necessary. In order to disseminate the outcomes of the project, workshops are done with the stakeholders. Also, the project can set policy recommendations in order to promote the widespread implementation of alternative chemical products. The outcome of these studies is that companies obtain technical and environmental information adapted to their processes on possible substitutes for flame retardant liquid repellents chemicals they currently use. Some of the learnings of the project are the ones that follow. The project is managed through a cluster that connects all the companies involved, which gains visibility. Not only the companies participating benefit from the results, but others do. This also encourages other companies to anticipate legislative changes. Critical mass resolves the problem. Low risking for the companies, as the tests are done by the project with a cluster support. Testing with external financial support is an important help for the company that makes the change. The second methodology explained in the process cases is the intercluster collaboration, and it is done through the example of the PACTEX project. The key goal of the PACTEX project promoted by the packaging cluster and AAE Textiles is to establish synergies between companies from both clusters and encourage effective use among them of material resources through the waste reduction at industrial source. This collaboration makes possible to share knowledge and find solutions to problems from a different point of view than the usual one. The project detects which resources end up becoming a residue prematurely, and which ones have the potential to be employed as a raw materials again, re-entering the value chain. As we have done before, let's go deeper in the problem we are trying to solve here. Industries generate waste material during their production process, which could be reintroduced into the value chain by companies in other sectors if there was an exchange of information. Everything is very clear. Let's provoke the change then. In this case, in order to help the companies with their issue, the two participating clusters promote the meeting of the companies with the aim of finding synergies between them. This new methodology allows to change the processes of the companies and avoid the negative impacts that previously existed. The process develops in the following way. Initially, a detailed identification of the type of material resources and waste generated by companies in both sectors is made. Once this initial diagnosis has been made, a series of proposals for improvement and innovative measures are proposed to be adopted by companies in order to reuse material resources and reduce their generation of industrial waste. An assessment of the technical, economic, and environmental viability of each of the proposals and measures proposed will also be carried out. Finally, a selection of the most appropriate proposals and measures is made in order to test them and demonstrate that they are technically, economically, and environmentally viable. Some results are obtained thanks to the collaboration. For example, NG Plastics is a plastic injection company and Liasa manufactures polypropylene cords. The company NG Plastics obtained recycled polypropylene chips from the waste generated in Liasa's manufacturing process. The product manufactured with the recycled polypropylene saves energy, CO2 emissions, and residues. Also, from both sectors' point of view, this means a saving in the waste management and also in the purchase of raw material. Some of the learnings of this new methodology are intersectorial and intercluster collaboration are proved to be a good tool to solve specific cases like the one exposed. Both clusters benefit from the knowledge of the other. The establishment of synergies between the two industries has proven to be a key point in waste prevention of both sectors. New products can be designed thanks to this new approach and in the circular economy context and the exchange of knowledge. Let's now see the example we have prepared for the last of our points, the service cases. We are going to explore the customer-manufacturer collaboration with a Catalan company, Arpe. Arpe is a microfiber products manufacturer that teams up with their gym to change their towels. Arpe promotes a sustainable and circular economy business model for towels with multiple lives using a take-back system. This approach makes possible to improve the sustainability of the whole life cycle of the product. Which issue do we have here? Their gym grants towels to its users. This service is not environmentally friendly and Arpe, in the towels manufacturer, redesigns it. The methodology followed in this case could be summarized as analyze the whole life cycle of the gym towel and its impacts, design a solution according to the observations, manufacture the towel and organize the other parts of the process accordingly, perform a life cycle analysis comparing to the solution to the previous product. The collaboration between the customer and the manufacturer has good results as they can clearly understand the necessities and possibilities of each other. Now, the new product offers better environmental characteristics compared to the old one during all the life cycle, such as its quick drying and consequent energy saving and less volume, which is better for logistics. Some good outcomes of the project are cooperation between two parts, which can help to design products better adapted to the needs of the users, the planet, etc. Shared knowledge means better fitting on the surrounding. Minimized impact in the whole life cycle of the studied product, including all the actors involved in the whole value chain of the product, means having a lot of information regarding to it, which can also mean a larger improvement. The project has a multiplier effect because different agents in the value chain are included on it. We are reaching the end of the unit 2.3. We have now seen 5 case studies in total in the categories of product, process, and service cases that have in common their focus on eco-design for circular economy. Nevertheless, all 5 projects reach its objectives using a different methodology, which is chosen according to the issue we are trying to solve, the actors involved in the project, and many other factors that we have seen. We can sum up what we have explained in the following conclusions. Although the examples are specific, the methodology and tools used are applicable. Real cases prove that what we are explaining works. Each methodology or tool explained obtains specific results. In fact, each methodology or tool is used according to the issue that it pretends to solve and serves as a guide to the solution. So we can also say that each methodology tool works better for a specific target. It is important to adapt it not only to the problem we want to solve, but also to the public involved. We don't have to forget that circular economy can be applied to the entire life cycle of the product. Actions can be taken in a concrete or global way. We have a lot of options, and we have to design our actions accordingly. It is important not to forget any action in the value chain when we are focusing on solving a problem. Think not only with the companies, but also with the clusters and vet and hay studies, for example. Our actions will have a greater impact in this way, and they will be more realistic if they take into account the entire value chain. Thank you for your attention. I hope you have learned a lot. See you in the other lessons. In case you need them, don't forget to consult the references we have used to prepare this unit.